the pegs above ground level has to go. They're my orders.
Haven't you got anything better to do?
Even I'm allowed to rest sometimes.
Don't put yourself out.
It's my break.
Worn by Patricia Hamilton.
It's Fiona here, Patricia. You're the last person I expected to answer.
I'm sure you'll be delighted to know Gordon and I are back together again. When did you get home?
Yesterday. I got a note from Gordon saying he wants to speak to me.
Right. He'll be out most of the day, but I can tell you what it's about. We're putting in an airstrip for light planes.
I knew that before I left.
Unfortunately, there's some problems with the local council. It has to encroach upon your land slightly, so we need your approval.
Oh, I see. What part of the property?
Well, I don't know any details. Perhaps Gordon could bring the plans to you tonight.
Now, I've got a better idea. You bring them. Kill two birds with one stone. I was going to call you anyway. I came back with James. He wants to see you.
Why is he here?
I think that's best explained when you get here.
Where is he?
He's very ill. He spent last night in a nursing home, getting over the flight. He'll be here later. He wants to spend a few days with me for auld lang syne.
I can't really discuss it at the moment. I'll come straight away.
I'll tell him to expect you.
Bet you'll love doing that.
He's dying, Patricia. I'm not about to use him to score points.
I think I've got everything. I'll be staying at least overnight.
All you have to do is get her to say yes.
I might do a bit of shopping. Catch up on a few friends. I'll see how I feel.
I'm sorry about this morning. The things I said about talking to Dad, I didn't mean them to sound like they did.
It was emotional blackmail, whichever way you look at it. Still, you won't do it again, will you?
No.
Good.
What if Fiona says no?
Why should she?
I don't like people lying.
What are you talking about?
Her lying to Fiona Thompson, not telling her you started work.
Not telling isn't the same as lying.
Not as far as he's concerned.
It's business, Rosie.
Well, if that's business, I don't want any part of it. Must be Jill.
About time, too.
Why did you do it?
What's wrong, Les?
You didn't get Fiona's permission, did you?
You're not upset about the clearing, are you?
Oh, you know what you've done? You bulldozed a gravesite. Fiona's grandparents and little baby were buried there. I couldn't stop them. They just bulldozed it.
What are you talking about?
There's no way she would have given you permission.
You mean those few old gravestones?
You knew they were there?
Of course I did. Didn't know they meant anything to her, though. I didn't even know she had a damn baby.
Well, why did you give them the go-ahead?
Because we're up to our neck in debt, that's why. We have to get the place open.
Wouldn't you want to have a hope now? Not once Fiona finds out what you've done.
Maybe you could talk to her. Explain things.
You get yourself out of it.
It was a mistake.
close.
Good morning. Parts of Sydney City.
Didn't have anything like this in jail. What would have helped kill a bit of time? Going to work?
Yes.
Putting money in the kitty, eh?
Yes. Wouldn't hurt if you did too.
Can't take a trick with you, can I?
I just thought you should pay your way if you're staying. You're not broke.
Well, you'd know. Oh, come on. I tried to do the right thing yesterday. Not saying anything about you going through my wallet. I thought that might have earned me a few points.
I wasn't having a go at you. All I meant was Susan's almost broke. Kevin and I haven't got much either. We can't afford to pay for someone else's food.
I'm looking for a job.
Oh.
I'll make sure I've got the job section of the newspaper open every time I see you.
I'll be late if I don't go.
G'day, looking for a job?
Yeah. Didn't expect you, huh?
On a sports afternoon, forgot my gear. Good fun, eh?
Yeah. I was having a game to cheer myself up. You get a bit miserable when you go through column after column of jobs and there's nothing you're suited for.
Know how you feel. I went through the same thing when Lynn and I left home. You want a game?
No, thanks. You can turn it off if you like.
I'll tell you what. I'll get changed, we'll go down the Oval. Bit of kick will cheer you up.
Oh, a bit rusty.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay, you're on.
Won't be long. I was thinking, I wouldn't mind doing an article on you, what it's like being out of prison, that sort of thing. Is that okay by you?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, good one.
Told you I was a bit rusty. At least you're smiling. Right. I think that'll do me, though.
Biker.
It's okay for you. I'm an old bloke. Yeah. I think I'll just grab something to eat at the shops and head home.
Hey, my place is just round the corner. Oh, my parents' place. Why don't we call in there?
Good idea. Your mum seemed like a nice lady. Wouldn't mind getting to know her better. You shouldn't have gone to so much bother, Mrs. Palmer.
She just likes to show off.
That's enough out of you, young man. I'm glad of the company. Gets a bit lonely with David on the road so much.
I bet.
Would you do me a favour, love? The shed is full of junk again. Don't ask me how or where it comes from. Could you clean it out? I'd prefer not to ask you, Dad. He's been busy these last few weeks.
You should take a few less runs.
All right, if you're too stubborn to do it for him, will you do it for me?
I'll do it after lunch if you like.
Oh, no, that's not fair.
Well, to pay you for the food. It'll make me feel better.
I don't expect payment.
I'd like to. Really. It'll make me feel useful.
All right, then. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Sorry, Mum.
So you should be.
The job keeps Mr. Palmer pretty busy, does it?
Too busy. It'd be a good thing when he gets his own truck.
Pretty costly, though.
I've got a bit put aside for a deposit, though, so we're nearly there.
Great. Good feeling saving for something you want, isn't it?
It's a better feeling when you've got it.
All right. Certainly is.
What are the the simple steps to growing gorgeous lavender?
What are they?
You're an irritable old man, James Shepherd. They're only doing their job.
I'm perfectly capable of walking.
Ambulance service regulations, Mr. Shepherd. I'll settle him down in the bedroom.
Look, I'm here to visit Mrs. Thompson. You've all done your job, and thank you very much, and now you can get out.
I would prefer...
Out.
I've organised everything for you in the bedsit across the hall.
Thank you. Well, I'll be across later to give you your medication, and I won't be taking no for an answer. Come along, boys.
What do you want?
Well, do you still want me to arrange the trip on to Melbourne?
No, not yet. It depends on how well she treats me as to how long I stay.
Oh, you'd better make it for tomorrow, then.
Just go to the city office, deal with what you can. The rest can wait. I don't want to be disturbed.
Mrs. Thompson.
Oh, thank goodness they've all gone. Man can't even die in peace. You should be used to it by now. If I can't talk about it honestly, who can?
Just seems a little morbid, that's all.
Fiona, I'm dying. There's nothing I can do about it. I certainly can't buy my way out of it. Oh, it's good to see the old place again. Must be, what, over a year?
Too long.
Have you been in touch with Patricia?
Oh, yes. She's on her way down from Mumbai. She should be here any minute.
Good. Then I'll have my two favorite girls with me.
Thought you might be hungry. Oh, maybe you should sort it out with Jill.
She wouldn't want to listen.
She loves you.
You never know.
Gonna call Fiona?
I'll wait until Dad gets home. We might get lucky. Fiona may not understand the plans properly. If she gives Mother the go-ahead, we've got no problems.
That's business too, I suppose. Not facing up to things like a man.
Please don't be difficult, Mr. Shepherd.
They make me drowsy. I've got a very important visitor coming.
Would you prefer I held your nose and forced it down your throat?
She has the same sort of spunk that Patricia had when I first met her. If I go to sleep, I'll blame you. I'm uncomfortable. Fix my pillows for me.
Yes, Mr. Shepherd.
You do that, I'll get it.
Would you like me to fix your hair as well?
Oh, look, I'm not helpless, woman. Give me a comb if you've got one.
Is he here yet?
Yes.
I didn't appreciate the way you broke the news.
I'm sorry. You have a way of bringing out the worst in me.
How is he?
The doctor says it could be any time. He refuses to be hospitalized.
What are you two talking about?
You? Who else? Please try and act as naturally as possible.
Oh, don't worry about me. I know how to behave. James, darling, how wonderful to see you.
God, I missed you. Come here and give me a big hug.
Oh, as if you have to ask.
So I thought to myself, what's the point of dying over here? I wanted to take one last look at Australia. And at you two.
What about your grandson?
Paul? Oh, he's bumming around America somewhere. We've said our goodbyes.
But you love him so much.
Enough to want him to remember me, fit and strong.
How did he feel about that?
We talked it over. But what about you? From your letters, it sounds as if you've had a few worries.
My troubles.
I'm interested in everything to do with you.
Well, I've patched things up with Gordon.
Good. You know, one of my regrets is that I didn't get to know him better over the years. We're all friends here. But let's face it, it's not easy relaxing with a man when you're having an affair with his wife.
He seemed to cope very well whenever you met him.
I was a good actor. I suppose it's become easier once the first flush of enthusiasm had worn off. Funny, really. You start off as someone's lover and end up feeling like a father to them.
Oh, thanks very much.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I know.
The older I get, the more sentimental I become. But I'm glad to see you two talking together after all these years. Well, things were a bit grim between you both when I left you for Patricia.
That was 16 years ago. Why harbor old grudges? Right?
Couldn't agree more.
Hello, I'm here with my mate David Graham. She's dancing with the deals. He's playing for you.
Today, 5:30 on 7. Wouldn't it be great if you could lose all...
Not in the mood, Jill. Thanks.
It's still up to you to tell Fiona, though. I don't know how I'm going to face her. I mean, I was there. I should have been able to do something.
I'll sort it out. It's my problem. Speaking of which...
What sort of lame-brained idiot are you?
It was bad luck.
Bad luck, my eye. You were plain stubborn and pig-headed. I hope you're aware that she's in a position to sue us. And even worse, the whole contract's now null and void. I don't know where you got your brains from. I certainly hope not me. Hello? Hello?
It's Fiona here, Gordon. How are you?
Oh, fine, Fiona. You've seen Patricia?
Yes. I've been looking at the plans.
I can't hear you very well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've got a friend in the other room trying to get some sleep. Is that better?
Fine.
As I was saying, I've been looking at the plans, and I'm afraid you're going to have to relocate. At least I think you will, if my friend has explained it to me properly.
Fiona.
I imagine you've been to the site. Is there a little graveyard there?
Fiona, Jules told us about the grave. And the baby.
Oh. Oh, I see. Well, I suppose she thought it was necessary. Is there somewhere else suitable?
Fiona, work's already being done. I'm sorry, it was a mistake.
But I don't understand. You sent Patricia with the plans.
Wayne jumped the gun. I'm sorry.
What do you mean, you're sorry?
The grave was leveled this morning. It was an unfortunate mistake. Wayne and I can leave right away. Well, we'll come down and explain what happened. I think it's better to do it face to face. You there?
Oh, no. No, that can't be true.
I'm sorry.
But Jill, we're...
Look, I can't explain properly on the phone. We'll do everything in our power to make it up to you. We're on our way now, right?
How to build your own shed for less than $100? What are the handiest gadgets to keep those mozzies out of the back garden? And secrets to turn a good barbecue into a perfect one. The team who know the answers are on 7 with all new Better Homes and Gardens tonight at 7:30. Then at 07, join James Bond 007 Pierce Brosnan with Judi Dench and John Cleese in Die Another Day. 7's Bond thriller tonight at 8:30. Next, 8 simple rules.
Goodbye.